Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another show of Fuente and Meerapfel present Meet the Professor. Hello, world.
Hello. How are you, Jeremiah?
Well, I'm doing amazing. Just had a wonderful weekend, and Sundays are always good because we get to see everybody and be together, share this wonderful hour together. This is one of the highlights of my week, I can tell you.
Absolutely, mine too. Second that.
So how was your week?
I'm very excited. Lots of great things are happening, positive and also new. So it's coming up. Oh, and this week is going to be fabulous too, with more guests on my little morning show. And we got to meet you Thursday. That was fabulous. Thank you for showing up.
Not at all. Thank you very much for having me on the show. And it was very interesting to be on that side of the fence for a change, wasn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
So Melanie, we have a very, 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 very good show lined up for today. One of the most prominent figures in our industry. Now, I hear a microphone scratching. Is that you, Melanie? There you go. She has her journalist microphone that needs to be set.
Sorry.
So we have one of the most prominent figures in our industry, which has blessed us with his presence today on this show. I don't think he needs much of an introduction, but I must admit, a character beyond belief, somebody who's achieved more in the last 20 years than most people have done in several lifetimes. Mm-hmm. Somebody who's honorable, a gentleman, has energy beyond belief. Somebody who I'm just proud of having on the show today. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Rocky Patel. Rocky.
Hi, Jeremiah. Thank you. That was more than flattering. That's very kind of you. And, I love you. And Melanie, great to see you. I see you in Naples all the time. But honored to be on this show. You guys have done such a great job. And, I love this because it's all about furthering the industry and kind of bringing knowledge, education, talking about the impact of regulation on the industry and really showcasing premium cigars as something that is a fine luxury product that we're all proud of our heritage and proud to actually share with all our consumers and customers.
No, absolutely. And I think that's going to be part of the show today. I know that you're quite eager to discuss some of it, Rocky. Rocky, tell us, you must be in some paradise place of the earth right now. I'm stuck in rainy Brussels and I see sunshine. I see blue skies. I think I see celebrities in the balcony next door. Where the hell are you?
I'm in a place called Baker's Bay in the Bahamas, and it's quite nice. Finally, it was very cold yesterday, rainy, windy. It was blowing like crazy. I mean, I played golf in probably some of the coldest weather, but we actually had a great day today. So I was in the middle of playing a round of golf, but for you and only for you, I decided to come and join you. And of course, I'm honored to be on this show. So I'm blessed. I'm lucky to be here. This place was actually shut down for a year and a half. They had the worst hurricane that's ever hit an area, I think in over 120 years, hit right here. They lost 3,000 people. It's devastation everywhere. I mean, I landed in Marsh Harbor. All my friends' homes, churches, everything is decimated. It's gone. It's terrible to see. People are living in trailers, tents. So this place in the Abe Coast got hit really, really, really bad. And so we're here. Part of it is, fundraising, relief, take care of the workers, build the place back up. 90% of the homes are destroyed here. So it's sad to see. So we're actually here not so much for vacation, but trying to figure out a game plan of how to help all the people that live here.
That's amazing. That's absolutely incredible. And another example, Rocky, of how cigars can make such a difference in people's lives. And more particularly, thanks to the people behind, thanks to people like you, and thanks to the people who are pulling the strings in the industry, the players in the industry, who at heart are such wonderful, caring, warm people who want to make a difference. And again, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Rocky Patel is one of them, and definitely showing the example today of, how you can make a difference in this world. And Rocky, there's many things that you do. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about that side of you and that side of your life.
Well, I mean, listen, this pandemic has been tough on everybody in the world, and we have about 3,500 people between Honduras and Nicaragua, and they work so hard. They're so dedicated. They share so much of their passion in how well they make our cigars and many other people's cigars. So these are people that are quite poor. We work very, very closely with them to make sure that they're all safe. If they do suffer any sort of medical problem, we're there for them. So that's the most important thing for us, is to take care of all the people that work with us. The second most important thing is to educate them, right? And we make sure that we have schooling for them and take care of their kids and provide for them. Many of them we brought over to the United States that have persevered to further themselves, and we're putting them through college at FGCU, which is Fort Myers. One of them wants to be a cardiovascular surgeon. The second one wants to be a professor in accounting. So, just like the Fuente and Newmans, you have probably one of the greatest charitable organizations in Dominican, and you do so well. So we do it on a smaller scale, and it's important to take care of our brethren.
No, that's absolutely right. And the CFCF, the Cigar Family Charitable Organization, is something very special for people who haven't seen it. They should definitely either look it up on the internet or spend some time in the Dominican Republic, because it is an inspiration for many people, including for myself.
It's a world-class charitable organization. It truly is a world-class, not just in the cigar business. It's a world-class charitable organization.
If I'm not mistaken, it was chosen or elected as the model of charitable foundation or organization for was it the United Nations for the Dominican Republic? It's very, very, very special.
Very powerful.
So, yeah, absolutely. Rocky, 2021. We're beginning January, and this is going to be, no doubt, your best year ever, the most important year ever for your company for many reasons. And there's lots of novelties coming out, but several of them which you'll be speaking about at the show today, I believe. And one in particular, which we can start with, which is going to celebrate a very, very, very important day in your life and career, because Rocky is turning 30 this year.
You're very, very kind, my friend. Actually, I'm going to be 60 years old in February. It feels like I just started in the business, and now I'm going to be one of the old guys in the business. When you start getting awards, you're getting old. So yes, I'm going to be 60 February 26th. And to celebrate that, we have and have been working on a cigar and a blend called the Rocky Patel 60th. And we plan on releasing it right around my birthday. It's a cigar that was made a while back. We've been aging it for 2 years in our humidor in Esteli, Nicaragua. Very proud of it. I think packaging's fabulous, but the cigar's even better. There's some special tobaccos. It's medium to full with a lot of balance, a lot of character, a lot of flavor. So we're excited about that.
Yeah, I think nobody can wait, and can't wait to get our hands on one of those. Melanie.
Yes, exactly.
Melanie, didn't you get a hand? Did you not get one of those when you came by the office? The next time you come by, because typically they just, when we put these cigars away, it's not like we smoke them after 3 months and 6 months and 14 months, and we literally have them under lock and key for 2 years. And then once 2 years is up, then we get like about 50 cigars sent up, and we smoke them around the office. So we actually have them in the office. We just got them about a week ago. So
yes, and I haven't been by there since then.
Well, yeah, you're too busy in your swimming pool.
No, oh, my goodness. I'm meeting with you on Tuesday, so Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah, you see, Melanie's the lucky one. She's the one who gets to taste all the specialities before they come out.
Exactly.
Oh, I got
Melanie, maybe you'll steal
You were
one
the
from
one
me.
who gave me the pink. I didn't even get the pink. I didn't even get them at the burn lounges. I didn't even know about it.
you did.
You didn't get the pink.
Oh, MG. Okay, Carlito's not even here.
Carlito, where's my pink?
Stop it. I got a picture of you wearing the pink. Now I'm going to show everybody that he's had the pink.
No, I said you gave me one.
Yeah. Now I'm just going to say that you got them all at burn because we checked on it.
Well, you're actually very fortunate because we haven't had a single box for the international markets. Zero. Zilch. Wow. So let me tell you something. If you can get your hands on pinks, get them because I can't get them.
Aw. That's funny. Well, we're going to have to send you some, Jeremiah.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's going to go that way now. Wonderful. Melanie, I'm going to do something crazy like we did last time. I'm going to send out the link to everybody out there so we can pull some people on the show once in a while. I think Rocky's going to have a ball. You ready? Is everybody out there ready? You guys want this?
Well, would they want to ask any questions too? If they can still put questions. If you guys don't get on, you can still ask your questions right now in the link in the comments, and I'll fire them at Rocky. I'm not scared.
All right, let's. Should I press enter and send the link out?
Sure.
Or no? You sure?
No, go do it. Yeah, we'll have a couple people on.
All right, let's do this. All right, guys, but remember, it saturates. So after a few people are in the black room, it cuts out. You won't be able to get on. So you're going to have to be patient and wait till it opens up and just keep trying. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. All right, in the meantime, Melanie, would you like to announce how to nail, well, it's not going to be the professor today. And I just wanted to tell everybody that I spoke to Jose today. He's doing wonderfully well. We send him our love. We miss you, Jose. And hopefully within the next few hours or days, we'll be prepping for next week's show. But in the meantime, we're not going to be able to nail you, Professor. We're going to have to nail Rocky and Jeremiah. And if you're feeling sporty, maybe even Melanie. So Melanie, tell us a bit about that.
All right, guys, you can put your questions in the comments and we will just fire them off just to see obviously the better question, the more chance that you're going to have your question asked. So let's get creative.
Uh-oh, I'm a bit worried about this now, wondering what people are going to tell us. Let's find out.
You know how odd that sounds when it says nail the professor, nail Jeremiah.
But we really like to say hi to you guys out there. I see we've got Anna on. I saw Cynthia's on here. She's saying happy birthday to Rocky in February. Danae's is on here. Hello, Mike Holmes. Wow, there's a lot of people on here that could actually jump on. That would be really interesting. Randy Bush, Peter, hi.
Edward has a good question coming in for Rocky, I think, here.
Ooh,
what was your inspiration for the vintage 79?
Well, I think that's a cigar it's a private label that we make. And General Cigar actually had a wrapper from 1979 that they wanted to use. It was a very, very small run of boxes that we made. And so we used that wrapper that they had. I believe it was a Habano from Ecuador, grown by the Oliva family in Ecuador. And so I think it was a small run of cigars, and that's why we released that vintage.
Nice.
Amazing. Rocky, before we start jumping into more questions, there's someone who wants to say hi to you.
Oh, my brother. Rockaroo. How are you?
I'm good. Good, my friend. How are you? I'm thinking about you. You know, I was telling people yesterday because we're working on it. We're working on the Rocky juice, and I got some for you. So, you know, I love you, miss you, and doing
too,
great.
Man. And I love the label you designed. The label, wait till people see the label. It's out of this world. Everything you do is first class. Could be huge.
Thank you. So for everybody that doesn't know what we're referring to, Carlito and I were on the road years and years ago trying to raise money for Cigar Rights of America, and we went on this tour. And every once in a while, we'd kind of have to get some energy to keep going, and we'd go to the bar and have a little bit of tequila, and we started calling it Rocky Juice. And so my good friend here went and trademarked that term. So anytime and if and when I come out with a liquor brand, Carlito's going to own part of it.
First of all, it worked. And not the trademark aspect of it, but the energy. It worked. We didn't sleep at all, man. We went from city to city. I mean, down the hallways at 5 o'clock in the morning, getting ready to get to the airport. That was a special time. It was incredible. It really was. It was
6 cities in 7 days or something.
Yeah, it was amazing. Amazing. It was an incredible experience for me. It really was. And
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you sooner than later.
Yeah, don't come up with any crazy road trips like that again for a while.
Well, we're going to have to do something to raise some more money. We got a third round of litigation coming up, as you know.
Yes.
And, you know, it's unfortunate that there's about a handful of companies that are digging into their personal pockets and have been digging into their personal pockets over the last 5 years to pay for all this that benefits the entire industry. And it is so frustrating. I share your frustration. I know how you feel about it.
Yeah,
and, you know, for those of you that are out there, you have to really learn and support the people that really support you and protect the industry and protect your right to be able to enjoy a cigar, hold down the taxes on cigars, try to beat back the FDA regulation on cigars. And now, especially with things changing in the White House, we're going to have to be more cognizant about fighting things on the state level because they go after the low-hanging fruit, which is tobacco. And premium cigars really don't fall into what we consider tobacco category. We're 0.01% of all tobacco products that are enjoyed, and they're enjoyed by adults occasionally, like a luxury product, much like a single malt scotch or a glass of wine. So, you know, please join Cigar Rights of America. Please learn, talk to your local retailer. And try to support those companies who try to protect your privilege and right to smoke a cigar. Did we lose Carlito?
No, we lost Jeremiah.
Oh, we lost Jeremiah.
Have I been speaking? Okay, I've been speaking without anybody hearing me. Okay, for those of you who don't know how to join, make sure you log on to your computers right now, www.cigarrights.org, and join the cause, join the fight. It's important that every single one of you moves, mobilizes, and in some way does something to help this industry, because it's very good being a consumer, but consumers also have to earn their rights. So everybody go out there and make sure you join on cigarrights.org and help Carlito, help Rocky, help all these other families lead the fight for everybody to be able to enjoy their premium cigars. It's very, very important.
No, and all together, Jeremiah, we could do it. We definitely can. And now with all these opportunity, with this social media and all these programs who are making people aware, there's really no excuse for a retailer not to support CRA. There's no excuse for a manufacturer not to support the CRA, a family manufacturer, someone in the handmade premium cigar business. And I see every day more and more consumers becoming involved and shouting the voice of the CRA and becoming interested in supporting. So I think this is a great opportunity, even though I don't want to say we have to start all over again, but Rocky's very much aware. This is a new government. Everything is different. And we're, like he's mentioned, low-hanging fruit. And all our victories in the past or accomplishments, they're just momentarily, actually. Anything could happen, and we have to be very much aware, diligent, and we have to keep fighting the fight.
Absolutely.
I think this next year is going to be crucial. Obviously, we had two very nice victories in court. The first one was the government, the federal judge, blocked the FDA from forcing us to put warning stickers that would not allow us to tell the story of the heritage, like the Fuente heritage, the Padron heritage, the family, the specialty tobaccos, the vintage tobaccos, the beautiful artwork, the freedom of expression of our culture and our heritage. So the judge blocked the FDA from forcing us to have these ugly warning stickers. The second most important thing was that the judge, in his opinion, clearly stated that the FDA has not provided any substantial or relevant evidence to show that premium cigars cause any public health hazard to the public at large. So that was a big win. The second big win for us was that the FDA was requiring us to have constituent and chemical testing on our cigars, on our bands, on our cellophane, on the wooden boxes, on the packaging materials. It was absolutely overreaching and egregious, made no sense at all. And again, the judge blocked that. So that was a nice win. And now we have filed a third lawsuit to get rid of and exempt premium cigars from all FDA regulation. And if we can win that, that will be a big win for us, for the entire cigar industry. And finally, the thing that scares me most is what's going to happen on the local state levels, because because of COVID, because of everything else, the states really don't have a lot of money. And again, they go after the low-hanging fruit. We get dumped into the tobacco category. Unfortunately, we're not cigarettes. We don't create health risks to the population at large. We don't have kids smoking premium cigars like they do cigarettes. And so, it's about educating our local state senators, our mayors, our city council. And so that takes a challenge. And that's where people that are watching the show can get involved. If we can get together and mobilize our consumers with our retailers, with our manufacturers, then we can be an honorable group that really educates the population at large and be exempt from all these problems that affect the small industry.
So true.
Absolutely. Well, we have a few people that are trying to log on already. Are they going to try to nail us or not? This is going to be the next question. Let's find out. Cigar Man Andy, welcome to the show.
Hey, how's everybody this morning?
Hey, Andy, how you doing, my brother? Good to see you.
Good to see you too, Carlito. Hey, before anything else, I just want to wish Jeremiah another happy birthday.
Happy birthday, absolutely, yes.
And I got to tell you, he ages with passion.
He does. If not, he won't age at all.
I'm telling you.
Well said, Andy. Thank you very much. And let me take this opportunity to thank everybody out there for your wishes and for your blessings. I woke up yesterday to an innumerable amount of messages on my WhatsApp and on Facebook and Instagram of so many people out there. And I must admit that it warmed my heart. We're going through the whole world's going through hell right now, and it's very difficult. I think both mentally, psychologically, it's difficult, and having so much warmth coming in from so many people in the four pillars of the world just made my day yesterday, and it made it all better. So, thank you. I love you all very much. It means a lot to me, and yes, I'm eternally grateful for the love that you guys share with all of us. Thank you very, very much. Now let's move on to more interesting things. Andy.
So more interesting things, Rocky. I want to know, truly, how do you feel about your Green Bay Packers right now?
Well, thanks for asking. So, yesterday I didn't get to see much of the playoffs except I saw the Tampa game. And I actually am optimistic, cautiously. Always nervous. I think that Aaron Rodgers is at the top of his game. I think our running game is solid. I think the offensive line is gelled. It hurts having Bakhtiari out, our left tackle. So everyone's going to start blitzing on the left side to put pressure on Aaron Rodgers. But if Aaron can get a few completions deep with them blitzing like he did against the Titans and also against against the Bears, we should be okay. The defense is gelling a little bit better. The linebackers are playing well. I think we have one of the best secondaries and best corners in all of football. But, football is a crazy game. 2 mistakes, 2 drop balls, a couple fumbles changes the entire game. So it's going to be interesting. My playoff next week is when my playoffs really start. I mean, it's going to be interesting. Tampa's really not played anybody yet, so that's going to be a big game coming up. I think we're going to be playing the Rams or the Bears, so it's going to be, the NFC is challenging. I mean, the AFC is very tough, but I think the NFC is going to be challenging. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
Very cool. So here's my interesting question for you. And by the way, I'm going to early welcome you to our clan of the 60s. That is, of course, being in the 60s. Name that cigar.
Oh, that's the Indian tobacco, Super Fuerte Maduro. Can't believe you have one of those.
Dude, I treasure your friendship. Just don't ever make the diesel again.
No,
But that cigar, I still have a bunch of them. Wonderful cigar. And by the way, kudos to the two gentlemen on both sides of this right now. The TAA cigars from both Rocky and Fuente were awesome. Absolutely awesome cigars.
Thank you, Andy. It's amazing how time has flown by. I mean, I just remember not too long ago living on the road, getting out there, trying to promote cigars and get out there, and it seemed like yesterday. Every other week, whether it's flying to Nicaragua or Honduras or being on the road, living out of a suitcase, and now it's just. I can't believe we're going to be 60 and we're going to be like the older generation. And you see all these new youngsters popping up, and I thought it'd be forever for these older celebrities in our business be around forever. And now I guess we're getting older. Everyone's getting older, but it happened better. I wouldn't do anything else. I couldn't imagine doing anything else. I was lucky to be able to fall into this business. Obviously, I didn't have the heritage that the Fuente family has and many others do, but I'm proud to be with them. I would say it's probably the most honorable business I've ever been in, with some great friends, honorable people, passionate people, loving people, family people, kind people, caring people. It has been a great business, and including all the relationships I've built with all the fans and consumers out there, retailers. It's one big family. We really are one big family, and we do stick together, and we should stick together.
Absolutely. You've proved it over the years too. I remember we've done a lot together back in Colorado. We've watched football together at the RV.
Yep.
Okay, we've done a lot, but the one thing that stands out in my mind more than anything, and in my wife's mind, is you saw her from across the parking lot and ran over just to say hello. Not a lot of people will do that, and that makes you a class act in my book.
Well, thank you very much, Andy. I enjoy your wife and our relationship, and I enjoy a lot of other people who've been so kind and good to us also.
Got it, brother. You got it. And Carlito, it's always good. I miss you. I miss hanging out with you. We got to get together at Casa. I mean, one way or another.
One way or another. Hopefully this year we'll make it happen.
I am praying. I wish everybody a wonderful new year. I am praying that this COVID ends. I miss getting hugs from all of you. Jeremiah, you're on my list of people to hug when we get back to Vegas, And we got to get Rocky one of the hats.
With my big nose, I don't look good in hats. I've tried them. People play golf. I mean, I just look like a cartoon with a hat on. I've tried it. It just doesn't suit me,
Rocky, you got it. That's your signature. You're going to start the whole golf hats movement.
There you go.
You look so good. I mean, I could put you in any movie. Like I could just send a sheet off to any casting agent, and you'd be right in. Carlito's a natural. I mean, come on, he's just a natural, the way. So I'll leave it up to you guys. I'll stand in the back and serve you cocktails.
Yeah, right.
we know what cocktails. We know what to get whenever everyone's together. For Carlito, of course, we got to get the Chevas because in honor of the old times, and of course, Johnny Double Black for you.
Right there it is, baby.
There you go, brother.
It's Rocky's strategy. He sits in the back and he watches until everybody falls down flat on their faces.
Well, just stay healthy. I remember there's been a few issues in the past, but you need to stay healthy for all your friends, your family, and most of all, for the entire cigar smoking population. So just stay healthy,
Absolutely.
eat properly.
Thank you, Andy. Same to everybody out there.
Andy, thank you very much for
Thank you,
for
Andy.
joining
Thank
us today. See you very soon.
Always,
Be
always
safe, my friend.
family.
Good to see you, my brother.
Amazing. Oh
Yeah,
man,
that's what this world is about. This community, it's about people sharing the love and everything. And as you mentioned, so many people are reaching out to you yesterday on your birthday, and that's what the cigar community is. It's really one big giving family. We're all one.
it is. Now talking about one big family, Melanie, are we ready to nail the professors here?
I'm definitely ready. What was that? Yeah, we're gonna fire off a couple of questions from the comments.
All right, but before that, we got to get the banner up. Ready? Although
Yeah.
Jose's not here today, but here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Nail the Professor, or rather Nail Carlito, Rocky, and Jeremiah.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. All right, so I just saw this one. All right, so I saw one from Rocky. You guys gotta go ahead and put your comments in the section, or put your questions in the comments. I'm sorry, and we're gonna get this like fast. And you guys can ask anything. They're not scared. Okay, so just go for it. All right, so Rocky, what kind of cigar do you plan on having at the World Champions Cigar? Do you have the World Champion Cigar Smoking Championship?
Yeah, so we already developed that cigar and we released it out in market in Europe last year, and we slowly released it in the U.S. So the cigar is already out there. It's a medium to full-bodied cigar, so you can find it at most of the retail shops. You just ask for the Rocky Patel World Championship cigar. It's a cigar. The key here was we have to make a cigar that burns very, very slowly. So it's a lot of aged tobaccos that have been fermented very, very well. And that was the goal here for the World Championship. But I wanted to make a cigar that not only burns slow, but also has a lot of character.
Yeah, I would agree. That sounds delicious. So there is some chemistry into making the cigar that is going to do well in a championship like that.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the whole thought process of a World Championship that you smoke a cigar slowly didn't sit with me well for years. They approached me for years because when I smoke a cigar, I smoke it for flavor. I smoke it for flavor and the cigar construction and all that. So I don't know who sits there and smokes a cigar that slowly, that's 3 hours. But then I ended up going to Split, Croatia, and saw people from all over the world so into this whole thing. And General Cigar was a sponsor for 3 years, and I thought the cigar was not that flavorful, to put it mildly. And we said, well, there's a lot of buzz about this, but I don't get it. I mean, it's like somebody trying to smoke a cigar as fast as they can or as slow as they can. Just doesn't sit with people like Carlito and myself. We're about making good cigars for flavor and construction. That's it, simply that, right? And aesthetically pleasing. So anyway, we decided to do this. So once because there was so much interest, and I said, well, we have to make a cigar. For me, the most important thing is flavor. It's got to have a ton of flavor, and of course, the construction's got to be perfect. And so you got to use aged tobaccos, well fermented tobaccos, and that's the key. And so hopefully people like it. And then how fast or slow you smoke it is up to your personal preference, I guess.
Yes, that's awesome. So is it taking place this year? Is there going to be any change?
So we canceled it for last year and Split. We did, we had a couple qualifying events. We had to cancel because of COVID. They've been doing some events online, virtual events, stuff like that. We have it planned again for next year in September in Split, Croatia, but I don't know what's going to happen. So, this vaccine, let's see how it takes effect. I hope by springtime that we can get this issue resolved. Most importantly, I want a trade show back in Vegas. I want us as a community back in Vegas. I want the cigar smoking community to be able to get together. We need to raise the monies to fight all these regulations. We need to back together some trade show somewhere, whether it's in Tampa or Vegas or something, to support our retailers. So that's what I'm really focused in, is to get our cigar trade show back off the ground and keep us all together.
Absolutely, Rocky. Rocky, as far as the World Championship, what is the goal to win this contest? Is it to keep the cigar lit the longest, or keep it burnt? Smoke it the longest. What's the goal?
So Carlito, yeah, what they do is they take a little. It's a Corona-sized cigar, a little bigger than a Corona-sized cigar, and they smoke. You get one match or two matches. You get to light it once, and once you light it, I think the world record is 3 hours 37 minutes.
Wow.
The cigar, and what's even crazier is you have to smoke it. The champions smoke it. You can't burn the band. You got to go through under the band.
Oh my God.
So that means at some point the wrapper has to stop burning, which is completely against what we as cigar makers believe in. Right? When we see a cigar where the wrapper's not burning and it's burning from the inside at the end, we drive ourselves nuts. So the world, and that's what I argue with them forever. I said, no, it's got to go to the band. They take the band off and keep smoking it. But no, historically, this is how they did it. So now the world champions, they smoke it all the way to the end. And, it's how far you can smoke in there. They have it covered. I mean,
it's wild.
I literally walked away and went to the bar for 2 hours. I'm not 3 minutes watching somebody smoke a Corona. They have judges, so it's insane.
Rocky, I hope we
like
can't.
Fun.
I hope we can't make a parallel with this to foreplay, because if you fuck off to the bar for 2 hours, then you're in trouble.
Oh, well, they have these qualifying events in different cities. Nobody's going to sit there for 3 hours, 20 minutes watching people smoke a cigar that slowly. I just don't have that patience. But yes, that's
amazing.
All right, next question. If the three of you were in jail for a bank heist, which one of you planned the heist? Who was the muscle and who was the getaway driver? I actually know. I think I know this answer.
I'm driving. I'm the getaway driver. Sure.
No, hey, Jeremiah planned the height, so I don't know what it leaves me with.
You're the muscle, then.
No.
You're carrying the money out of the bank.
I'm the Luca Brosky.
That's funny.
And we know what happened to him.
Oh no.
He sleeps with the fishes.
All right.
That was a good question. Whoever asked that, that's good. That was funny.
Rocky's
the smartest of the three. He jumped right away. He's the driver. He didn't want part of this.
And Carlito, he left without us.
Yes, he did.
I will leave you guys. I will leave you guys. I promise.
Of course not.
Unless the cops show up.
All right. So,
Look, he's already in the Bahamas.
right. All right. How important is the cigar ban to you? All of you.
Rocky, you're the guest of honor. You go first.
It's very important. It reflects our passion. It reflects our heritage. It reflects the story that we're telling. It reflects everything that you work so hard to make that cigar. And so I think it's very, very important, that it tells a story. Before you even start to smoke that cigar, it tells a story. And so I think it's very relevant, very important. And that's why it's so important when the FDA tried to stop us with warning stickers on the boxes. Can you imagine those beautiful Opus X boxes? 40% has an ugly sticker with somebody saying, it kills you, it kills people, does all this with, it makes no sense. So that was a big win. So it's an important story.
No, I agree. I think that it's our seal, it's our bond, it's our word, it's our heritage, it's everything. It's our guarantee, your ban. And I know that historically people will remove the ban, but I don't believe in that, because so much work goes into that cigar that personally by that individual cigar maker, that he's very, very proud of that. And it's just like if you would buy a Ferrari or Rolls Royce or, the symbol in the car, you wouldn't rip off its, its logo and everything. And, if you have a Chateau Petrus or something, I know you pour it into maybe you put it into a decanter if it's a very old wine. But the first thing that a sommelier does is show you the label, show you the year. Yeah. It's very, very important, the identity. Yeah. That is our identity. And to rip off our identity, it's like ripping our heart or ripping part of our life. And we very, very strongly protect our brand and our identity.
You got anything, Jeremiah?
Listen, I mean, I 100% agree with Rocky and Carlito, 1,000,000%. You know, the wrapper on the cigar is like my suit. You know, it's what you look at, it's what you see the most of. But the band is like my hat, and you know, Jeremiah Meerapfel's not the same if I take the hat on. Neither is Carlito Fuente, and it's important. It's very, very important. It's part of the package, and it's very special. I agree.
Do you all know the wife's tale about why the first cigar band was put on a cigar? Now, I don't know how true it is or not.
You taught us. You taught us.
I heard that Queen Anne of England used to love to smoke cigars, and she always wore these white satin gloves, and the tobacco would stain her gloves, and that's why they put the first cigar bands on a cigar. And I don't know.
Okay, Rocky, what year was that? What year? Because that was the question they asked us last week to try to beat the professor. They asked that question last week. What year?
They did.
I can tell. What year was it? Do you know?
It was before I was born.
I said BC, Carlito. Before Carlito.
That's a good answer. I just like to say that you guys can do a hell of a lot better than what you're doing now. The questions are very light. I'm expecting some hardcore questions to come in because this is boring, guys. Come on.
No, you know what?
I got one.
They've given up on the hardcore questions because they know they can't beat the professor. So, you know.
All right, then let's try this one. All right, this is a nail the professor one. All right, question is, what is the nickname of the cigar that Italians smoked in England, and who made it, and who owns it now, or who now owns it, makes it?
Hold on a second. Who asked that question?
Allison.
Because I'm going to make her disappear.
You're not talking about the machine-made brand called Hamlet in England, are you?
I don't know.
I don't think Hamlet was
when
from the Italian.
When you say it's made in England or smoked in England but made in Italy?
Hold on, let me read it again.
Is it England or New England? It says New England here.
Toscano's the only brand I know.
Hold on a second. This says New England.
Oh, New England. Okay, Perotti.
Nickname of that Italian smoked in England, and who made it?
Perotti's.
New England, it says.
New England. Perotti's.
Got it. I don't know if that's the right answer.
It's absolutely right. And I nailed the professors.
Darn! All right, next, let's see. Which market for Fuente was more welcoming launch in Saudi Arabia, Dubai, or Russia?
Okay.
Which one was
more welcoming?
I'll leave that to, well, you can't say more welcoming because we have not been to a country that we haven't been welcomed with open arms. So that would be very, very difficult to say there was one over another. But there's a special, there's a special attachment to Dubai, and because of the personal relationships and all the families and everything, Dubai is, I have a special attachment personally. Dubai special is like, even though it's on the other side of the world, I feel like I was born there as part of my world. But I would never, I will never forget Russia. Russia, and the World Cup in Russia with Humo and hanging around with the Meerapfel brothers and Joshua and Jeremiah and everything in Russia. There's something very special about Russia that I'll leave because it's right now we're in prime time and it's probably too many children watching. I love Russia. I love the shit out of Russia. Russia was awesome.
All right, I'm going to have to censor this show.
He's got a glow on his face.
Oh my goodness!
All right, listen. Carlito has an affinity towards Dubai. Joshua has an affinity towards Russia, and I got to tell you guys, I can't wait because we haven't done an official launch in Saudi Arabia yet. No. I cannot wait to go to Saudi and to launch Fuente in Saudi because that will be a very, very, very special day in my life. Yes, and I'm looking forward that that's going to happen in 2021. We have people on the ground there working very hard because there's a whole system it's very complicated. but I'm looking forward that, Carlito will be able to walk in on the red carpet and plant the flag of Arturo Fuente in Saudi Arabia. That will be a very, very special day in my life.
That's on my bucket list, Jeremiah. I've never been to Saudi Arabia. That's always been a dream of mine. And hopefully God will permit that takes place very soon.
And we have many friends there. I've had very close friends there for many, many decades. And, just being able to go and do that is going to be very special.
Yes. All right. So they're going to keep going on. Which country makes the best hats?
Hats. Italy.
Okay.
This is where we're going to get into a fight, Carlito and I.
No, definitely Borsalino, what you're wearing is Italy. And if it's what's referred to as a Panama hat, it's Ecuador. And they're not made in Panama. They're made in Ecuador.
That's right.
And they're made underwater, made by hand. It's a very old craft. And I understand it was nicknamed the Panama hat because Winston Churchill wore it when he made the address in the Panama Canal. So it's called the Panama hat, but it's made in Ecuador.
Interesting.
And actually, the high-end Panama hats, Melanie, are unbelievable. The craft that goes into it. These are hats that are so light
and thousands of dollars.
And hours that go into this. And these hats can be rolled up and they can be moved in any direction, but they will keep their initial shape. They are pieces of art. So I have to admit that the
obviously not the ones I wear. That's why I have so many behind me, because they break. They're like disposable hats. You know what? If I would have bought one good one, I might have saved a lot of money.
And they look really good on.
That's the reason why I don't wear hats. I can't afford them.
Stop it.
Yeah. Then he gets off the show and he jumps into his yacht, which is right behind him.
Exactly.
Oh, he doesn't like that. All right. What all cigars are made with the Cameroon wrapper? Name all the cigars. Name all of the cigars that are made with the Cameroon wrapper.
There's too many.
Difficult. That would be difficult. But
we have 7 brands in our portfolio that we use for a Cameroon wrapper. The most prominent one being the vintage 2007. And I know Carlito obviously has some great brands with the Cameroon wrapper that comes from the incredible Meerapfel family in Cameroon, Africa, where they sacrificed, took risks, went there in a continent where nobody knew what to do and how to grow tobacco, and worked hard to come up with this amazing Cameroon wrapper that has this delicious sweetness and this thin texture. Very, very great wrapper, very, very hard to get. And our hats off, no pun intended, to the Meerapfel family for risking everything to go to a third world country like there and create this operation to supply us with beautiful Cameroon wrapper that we all love.
Yes.
Rocky, you can come on the show every week.
I knew this show was going to be a lot of fun. It always is when you're with friends and family, man.
Let me tell you something. The views are off the chart today. I mean, my goodness. Unbelievable. Rocky comes on the show and it's like, that's it. There's tens of thousands of people out there which are tuning in. Unbelievable.
It's not surprising at all.
Well, listen, if you had done the show from Russia with Carlito, the views would be really off the charts.
Yeah, but it would have been a different website.
Oh my gosh. All right. What is your favorite cigar and food pairing, and what are you drinking with it?
Well, my choice right now, so my taste evolves over time, right? So every time we come up with something new, I tend to smoke it for a while till I get bored and go to something else. Right now, I mean, I switch it between the ALR, which is the age-limited rare, and the one I'm smoking now, which is the quarter century to celebrate our 25 years in business. So I enjoy that. And then as far as a food pairing, boy, two totally extremes. I mean, I do like a lot of spicy food and stuff like that. But if I had to choose one favorite meal, period, it would be have sushi in Japan, just omakase style, where they just send it to you, and with some of the best sake in the world. Other than that, probably some amazing pasta with a great bottle of Brunello. So those would be my two choices.
Carlito?
Well, It all depends because I really don't have, as far as foods, the favorite I would be with Rocky. It's the sushi, it's just the sashimi. I just love it. But my memory fresh in my mind now. Right now, if I would have to pick my favorite pairing, it'll be beluga vodka and caviar in Moscow with a fine cigar.
Oh my God! All right, Jeremiah.
You left something out from the table, but that's okay.
It's okay.
I would be curious to see where he's eating the beluga from.
Exactly. Exactly. What kind of spoon he's using?
Yeah.
Now, for me, I actually love vodka as well, but I think my favorite pairing is always going to be the same one. It's the drink that I would share with my father and actually Carlito's father, which is just a very regular Chevis on the rocks. A little bit watered down because that's what would happen because it was warm and they would just talk too much. Sitting there smoking a Don Carlos Robusto, that taste really stays with me. And whenever I have a special moment, it's what I go for.
So not to suck up, but if I had to choose a cigar that was not mine, which would have been a more interesting question, my favorite other cigar, which I can't get enough of, would be the Anejo Shark. I think that cigar just gives me the right amount of spice, the right amount of pepper, flavor, balance. I just love that cigar. It's got something that I don't think any other cigar can replicate as far as that special spicy, peppery kind of flavor. It's just unique. I love that cigar. Every once in a while, I get it handed to me when I go to certain retail shops because they know I love it. And so I'll get a cigar or two, but I love that cigar.
I got one for you, Rocky.
All right, cool.
Okay, next question. Between the regular line of Opus X and the Rare Pink, is there a huge difference in the aging of the tobacco?
That one's for Carlito.
There is a difference in the tobaccos, and there may be a difference in the aging, but it's not a huge difference. The aging is when the tobacco reaches this point that you feel is reaches perfection. And whether it's the Rare Pink or the Fuente Opus X or the Don Carlos, even though the tobaccos are different, they have different characteristics, and they require different lengths of time in aging. I would say that the difference is not that much. It's the requirement that it takes for the tobacco to age to perfection. So it's not that one has older tobacco and it should taste better. It doesn't really work that way. The tobacco requires a certain amount of time, and when it hits that time, it's more important on the blend, how you blend those tobaccos.
I see. All right, for Rocky, what cigar in your portfolio would you consider to be your Ferrari or Opus X grade cigar?
I would say probably the age limited and rare for a couple of reasons. I think we only made 2,000 boxes of that cigar. And we took that tobacco and aged it for 8 years. And then after that, the cigars were literally aged for 2 years before they were released. So I think from a flavor profile, construction profile, quality of tobacco profile, and the aging of the cigar, I would say that, that would be what I would say would be our Opus X, yes.
Interesting. And what kind of tobacco is the hardest to work with?
Cameroon from Africa. Because
sweat and tears.
Well, listen, it's a very, very tasty wrapper, but it also tastes, it's very delicate. And being thin and delicate, it's hard. You have to have exactly the right amount of humidity. The wrapper cannot get dry. Once the cigar is actually rolled, the rollers have to be very careful in using the wrapper because you can tear the wrapper. It's a very supple wrapper, so you have to be very skillful on how you use that wrapper. And most importantly, if the cigar is not stored properly, so for example, if you're in Colorado or Phoenix, which is very, very dry, and if you take that wrapper, that cigar out and it's dry and you start lighting it, it's going to crack. So you have to keep that cigar in the perfect humidity and environment, and then you'll get that elegant sweetness that wrapper is supposed to deliver.
Absolutely. No, it's very, very difficult. And I just want to add that when Rocky mentions humidity, it should be constant, because if you receive a lot of humidity, then it goes dry and you receive it again, you have what you call expansion. The bunch could expand and that could cause the wrapper to dry. So it's not just putting a certain amount of humidity. You got to have constant humidity from the moment it's received. It's very delicate, but like any fine wine, the very delicate wines, the conditions, how they're kept is very, very important.
Yeah.
Hey, did someone just flush their toilet? It reminded me of a CRA meeting we had, Ernesto Perez Carillo yelling across. Somebody.
That's called a hot take.
No, I'm just telling you, that's some of the great moments of our industry and everything. We get together and we're really, very stressful going through things, and all of a sudden something very funny could happen and we never forget. That's why I'm saying this is such a beautiful industry. It really is.
All right, Jeremiah.
So many good memories.
All right. Well, talking about good memories, time is moving along, and about 10 years ago now, Rocky built a very special and unique concept. One that countless number of people have attended, spent time in, enjoyed, shared cigars, enjoyed cigars in an atmosphere which is like no other. Rocky, this year is the 10 years of Burn.
First of all, my God.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
And second of all, tell us more about it.
Thank you, Rocky.
Thank you. I know can't believe it's been
hard to believe, man.
Listen, it was the whole idea came around because I was always frustrated. Every time we went to Chicago, we went to New York, we went to Vegas, we went to places, and we'd go to a nice dinner. We wanted to go somewhere really beautiful, sexy, elegant, with some music to be able to enjoy a cigar and relax. I don't want to go into a nightclub with bottle service, boom, 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 and be pushed around. I want to go somewhere where we can sit down, but it's got to be fun, not boring. And you go to a lot of places and they're dark and there's a lot of smoke and they're dirty. And I wanted to create, and obviously women don't want to go there after a nice dinner with a bunch of old guys sitting around in a cloud of smoke. And it's dungy and dark. So we said, why can't we become one of the coolest bars in whatever city? It happens to be the coolest bar. And think of it that you have the privilege to be able to enjoy a cigar. So it's a cool place with great music, beautiful designs, architecture, well pointed, and it's hip and it's fun. And you have the opportunity to enjoy a cigar. So that was the whole concept behind Burn. So everybody's welcome. It's something that people would enjoy, whether you're 25 years old, you're 60 years old. Women would enjoy it because it's architecturally and design-wise, it's very inviting. And then we have live music. We have a DJ. If people want to dance, they can dance. If people want to sit around and have a conversation, they can do that with finest spirits, wines, scotches, bourbons. So that was the whole concept behind Burn, is to kind of create an environment for us cigar smokers to enjoy and not be left out.
Beautiful.
And what a cigar lounge, bar, or whatever you want to call it, it's absolutely stunning. And for anybody who hasn't had the experience yet or the privilege of being able to attend, Rocky, could you please tell us where these are?
The original one that's celebrating 10 years is Naples, Florida. The second one is in Pittsburgh between the football and baseball stadium. The third one is in Atlanta, tied to the baseball stadium. The fourth one is downtown Indianapolis, and the fifth one is in Oklahoma City.
Beautiful.
My goodness, that's quite a few to entertain and to take care of, Rocky.
It is. It takes a lot of work. Being in the service industry is not so easy. But we're trying our best, especially now with COVID. open, close, open, close. Pittsburgh is closed right now. Indy's operating at 25% capacity. Atlanta's full tilt. Oklahoma City's full tilt, and Naples is open.
And that makes it very interesting. And Rocky understands what it is to be a retailer because I guess, partially you're going through a lot of the troubles that the retailers are experiencing today with COVID.
Right. I mean, we're more of a bar lounge than retail. What we create is an environment for people to enjoy cigars. They can buy them at their local retailer. We urge them to buy them at their local retailer. What we want to do is create an environment for them to be able to come enjoy cigars after 5 o'clock in the evening and be able to, enjoy spirits and everything else with them.
Absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you go to the local or the closest burn, check it out. And Rocky, next time that I have the privilege of coming to the US, I hope that we'll be able to share a cigar at the one and only burn. Absolutely. In the meantime, we're going to burn your ass because it's time for the Melanie's Hotspot. You ready to rock and roll?
I am.
All right, let's do this. Melanie, you're on.
Oh, I love it. So, Rocky, I have one very simple question for you.
Yes.
Where are your headphones?
I don't really have headphones. I think I have those little things, and I'm not so good at using them. But I'm about as technologically savvy as my friend Carlito. So I have somebody help me with this whole setup. But
that's great. So, what do you have that you haven't told anybody?
What I haven't
hold on
told.
a second. We're not talking about any STDs or anything, okay?
No,
let's just make it clear.
God.
No, I have not.
None of that. So let's stay focused on the cigar industry here.
No, I mean, often we use certain type of tobaccos and, that we don't tell people the truth about what they are because we want to protect the integrity of the blend. And so many times, we have to, I guess, cigar aficionado wants to know what you're making the cigar, but we really don't necessarily tell the truth. And it's not because we want to mislead the consumer. It's because we feel that it's our blend that is unique and different. We really don't want to share the trade secret with the consumers or with the rest of the industry. So in that case, sometimes we just make stuff up, not because we want to mislead anybody, but simply because we want to create and we have something very creative and we want to protect it.
That's interesting. And what was that? I have one more question. What is your deep secret desire? What's your absolute favorite guilty pleasure, I would suppose?
All right, here we go again. Ladies and gentlemen, this is broadcasted out of Basel, Switzerland. Whatever Rocky's about to say is fine. Nothing can be held against him.
Next trip to Russia.
Oh, good Lord. The two of you in Russia. That's scary. We'll send the apology letter before you guys get there.
No, I think if and when I retire, I would love to have a small little restaurant with about 4 or 5 tables where I can make a 12 or 14 course meal that is paired where they don't have an opportunity to order something from the menu, where it's all prepared and paired with certain wines, spirits, cigars, that would be something I would enjoy. But I think most importantly, my biggest wish would be to be able to go into New York City, Chicago, Boston, the mainstream cities, and be able to have a great meal and smoke a cigar after my meal in that location. That would be my biggest desire and dream.
And I'll make sure to be the first customer when you do that, Rocky, because that's going to be a hell of an experience, I can tell you guys. Rocky is one of the finest cooks that I've ever met. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the day for Rich's Riot. Rich, are you ready to rock and roll?
I'm here. I'm ready.
It's your show, buddy.
Okay, just a reminder, just to catch you up, I've got 3 new shirts. 2 of them are over here. So it's getting close to 200 print shirts. But Saudi Arabia, this week they just announced that they've gotten together with Qatar. And it's been a long time. And hopefully this year, Saudi will sign an agreement with Israel. So hopefully that'll all happen at the same time as the cigars go up there with Carlito. And Carlito pairing, something tells me that sushi might go with a lychee nut martini, but I'm not sure. Got this couple that I've known for a while, and they just decided to get married. And they get to the resort for their honeymoon evening, and he says to his wife, "Let's go back up to the room and go wild." And she said, "Well, something I've got to ask you." He says, "What's that?" She says, "Well, I'm a virgin, and I want you to be very gentle." He says, "How's that possible? You've already been married 3 times. What do you mean you're a virgin?" He says, "Well, my first husband, Steve, he was a gynecologist. All he wanted to do was look at it." He says, "Yeah." And he says, "My second husband, Sam, he was a psychiatrist. All he wanted to do was talk about it." He says, "Oh, geez. And how about the third husband?" He says, "Oh, Brian, he was a stamp collector. Boy, do I miss Brian." All you young guys, I swear. You're on mute, Carlito.
You're on mute, Carlito.
Look at my color again, Rich.
It's my pleasure every week to get you nice and red in the cheeks.
Rich, that was fantastic. Thank you very, very much, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.
Oh yeah, and look at the number of people who are here this week. Our audience grows and grows exponentially. Obviously, a lot had to do with Rocky being here, but I see all these great friends on here. The lovely Cynthia Fuente Suarez, even Kaju, Tony Cattengill's been here today. JJ, all these great friends. So I'll see you all next week with another riot.
Love the Brenda, Rich. Take care.
I'll let her know.
Please.
Amazing.
Cat dying in the background there.
Melanie, what's dying in the background?
I said, was there a cat dying in the background? I can't.
All right, Melanie, you got to do something for us here. There are so many people that logged on to the show today, came in, came out, watched the whole thing on the different platforms. Could you please enlighten everybody how they can go back? Because I'm sure a lot of people are going to want to go back and listen to every single word that Rocky said today. This was very inspiring. It was very interesting. Please explain to people how to do that.
All right, guys. So you can definitely go to our YouTube channel and catch all of our episodes. In fact, Rocky, I think, was the 3rd episode that we have. So that's actually interesting as well. So if you want to watch both of those, and just make sure that you subscribe so that you can always get our lives anytime that we go live. Also go to our Facebook page, which also has our videos, and click that notification so that you can get lives, stories, posts, anything, and be able to stay up to date. So go to our YouTube channel, www.tinyurl.com/The Professor Show. And Facebook is www.facebook.com/The Professor Show. And have a great week, but also be sure to come back here every Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Wow. Carlito, we're just about to close the show. Is there anything that you want to finalize with Rocky?
Yes, of course. First of all, I remember Rocky when he first was coming into the industry, and always such a magnetic personality and just a very charming young man, full of excitement and energy, and a rookie. And to see Rocky now, a veteran, welcome to the club, my friend. I was one of the young ones too at one time. And what you've contributed to our industry, you've become a leader. We all admire you. We look up to you. We respect you. We're very grateful to you. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for your words of wisdom. You're always in the forefront, taking leadership with any situation that is necessary. I appreciate your honesty, your integrity, how you express your love for tobacco, cigars, your passion, and your knowledge. And I consider you a brother and a very, very close friend. And the only thing I regret that I don't have more time or just be near you and burn and really sit down and smoke a cigar with you, with your brother, with your cousin, your amazing family. And some of my highlights in the cigar industry are those moments that we've spent together in different situations. One was one that I never forget on that flight back to Vegas, that red eye. I'll never forget that as long as I live. I don't know why, it just stands out in my mind. But it's those special moments and the kindness that you have always shown and expressed to my family, to Cynthia, Liana, to all of us, that respect. I just want to embrace you with my deepest love, respect, admiration, and wish you many, many more years of success. And just God bless you and your family and your beautiful mom and dad and all of you. You have an amazing family, which I'm very proud to consider that is an extension of mine.
Thank you, Carlito. That's very, very sweet, very, very kind. You know, your father has been an inspiration. You, Cynthia, the entire Fuente family has been an inspiration, much like the Patron family has been an inspiration to a rookie like me when I got into business. I always looked up at both those families as the people I looked up to. Honest, sincerity, kind, loving, great family kinship. And I had mentors that I looked up to, and both those families were my mentors, and I will always respect and appreciate that. And I love our friendship and appreciate it, and look forward to many, many more years in the future.
Well, I really appreciate having you, Rocky. We love to have you on anything that I put you on. It's awesome. But giving us your time during football. But also, I wanted to say a special thank you to you and Carlito, as you guys have been very welcoming to me and great leadership that I can learn and follow. So I appreciate you.
Thank you, Melanie. And of course, Jeremiah, you know, we love you, your brother, and have utmost respect for everything you've done beyond just the great rappers that your family produces, the heart, wealth, kindness, and love, and humor. It's very much appreciated, and I wish you the happiest of birthdays. And I hope everyone out there listening has a safe year, good year, filled with a lot of love, health, prosperity. I look forward to seeing you all sooner than later.
Amen.
Rocky, I have my 2 words to tell you as well, because I can't get off the show before saying a couple words to you. You know, I grew up in this industry by the sides of the Carlito Fuentes of the world, and the Carlos Fuentes and the Edgar Coleman's, and a lot of the old school guys that are out there and who either are still here to listen to it or no longer here to listen to it. But I can tell you one thing. It's very special having people that are so positive, that are so generous, such as yourself. You're somebody through my career that has always welcomed me with open arms, that has always gave me your time and gave me your ear. And you're someone who has always been positive and respectful and caring. Whenever I had approached you, whether it was as a young kid who had just lost his father, or many, many years later. And that trait in a human being is not given to everybody. And I wanted to show my appreciation and to thank you for that, specifically, Rocky, because it means a lot. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. You make me all teary-eyed. But listen, I equally love all of you, and I've been so blessed and lucky to join this entire cigar family, and I couldn't be blessed more. So I'm very, very thankful for that, and I look forward for many years of building this kinship and friendship and enjoying life together, which we don't get enough of a chance to do. So that's our goal in the future, to definitely spend more time together.
Absolutely. We'll do that.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the day. Again, I'm really sorry, but we're going to have to kiss you goodbye. And remember to log on next week. Same place, same time. Take care of yourselves and of each other. And remember, if you don't do it with passion, don't do it at all. Bye-bye for now.
Happy birthday, Jeremiah.
All right, happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday, Jeremiah.
Thank you, guys.
Love you, Rocky. Melanie.
Love you.
Thank you,
And
Rocky.
big hugs to the professor.
Yes,
Jose Blanco.
we miss you. We love you. Feel better.
Absolutely.
All right, bye-bye for now.
Bye. Ciao.
That was great.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye. Love you, Carlito. Love you,
Love
Jeremiah.
you too, my brother.
Okay, bye.